This is the rock nest view again, the panorama. I think this is the third watering hole. So I'll just show you how to find this one. The other one I found was in alignment with this one here. And the other one was right at the end of the mountain range. And this one, by accident, I didn't see it before. So if you actually go to the edge of that part of the camera, or the actual Curiosity, no, this is right in the center of it. You see that big square rock, and all of a sudden there it is. It's got the same sort of brown water reflection of it. Now the strange thing I found out is you'll see how this is our lowest spot normally, where I always find the liquid. I assume it's water. And the bizarre thing is there's one more beautifully patterned blue type of object right here, and I've seen that before happening as well near the other pond. So there it is, look at that. I'll actually try and enlarge that. It looks like actually looks more like a growth, some type of cactus growth rather than a rock, and I've found something similar to that before. So there it is there. I'll try to enlarge it, but it looks more like a cactus type of growth. So obviously this previously has had more water, and you can see how this is a lower spot in all these spots here. This is where the water seems to drain down, and that's actually the lower spot there. Now the other one was easy to find, and that was actually in alignment with this thing here, and it'll be right there. Okay, let's find the other one. Here it is right there. And again, we got that brown type of water reflection like a pond, still pond, and here's that other peculiar blue thing that just looks too bizarre to be a rock. Look at it. It's like a growth. It's just bizarre. Now the other one, the easy way to find the other one, I just found if I keep following the mountain range to where it stops, I found it was right there. So that's where it stops. That a rock was on the side, and let's just zoom in right at that spot. So it should be right there somewhere. There it is there. Yep, that's water. I can't see how that can be anything else. What other liquid would be there in the bright sunlight? I don't think it's anything else. And here we have the same sort of thing. It's a brown pond, and I don't see any of that peculiar blue type of strange rock anywhere, or it looked more like a cactus. It was bizarre. I'll have a closer scan, but I don't see one there. And the strange thing about it, obviously it's always in a lower spot. You'll see a runway that leads to it, like here, from water spillage. Now I'm not sure if it's condensation or rain, or are there actually just clouds full of water that occasionally just drop the water. There it is. So it's a lower spot again. It could be table water leaking out, I don't know that. So there it is there. Look at it. Beautiful shadows that show a water pond. Okay, so that means this is easy to find. You just, where the mountain range stops, you'll see a large rock there. The other one is when you see the actual this part of the Curiosity right there. So it would be in line right in the center. Right there. And there it is. I'll enlarge that there, but that to me looks like a growth rather than a rock. So there it is there. there's quite a few interesting rocks there actually. That one looks bizarre. All sorts of shapes to that one there. Many shapes to that one as well. I'll try to take a photo of that, but these blue ones are very bizarre rock types. There's all sorts of patterns. And the other one was quite easy, and that's when you find the V shape, and it's right in the center of that V shape. So just follow that V shape up, and there it is. That's the third pond. That's where you have that bizarre shape there coming up. Just as I've zoomed in, I found a very bright metallic substance there in the soil. I don't know if that's a remnant from the Curiosity or not. Look at it. So I'll try to enlarge that picture as well. It looks very metallic. I've seen one of these before, so it just looks extremely metallic. Is this a remnant that fell off? I doubt it. So look at that. I didn't see that before. So that's quite easy to find. You just obviously zoom in right to that edge there, enlarge, and there it is. Now, as we look at this panorama here, we see again evidence of this very bright, luminous, looks like a metal right there. It's got its own little shadow. I've taken a picture of that. We see these things which somehow don't add up. They look like little, I'll show you one here. It actually looks like it's alive, but I can't say that. They could be just forms of rocks, but there's one there, and it seems to just be sticking up. Now, it could be a part of this process next to it. And then when you look closer, you'll see one there as well. Again, they could be rocks, but they look very strange. There's one there as well, sticking up. So they seem to be the same type of form. You see that? Now that could be connected to that bit there. Could be a rock. There's a white one there. It just seemed a bit peculiar to be standing upright, or 45 degrees, but here's one more there. So they could be just rocks. There's one more there. So they could be just a form of rock that's there. Here's the other one that I photographed. That looks triangular, but that's a very bright piece of, looks like metal there. And these other white long things, they could be worms, but I don't see any trail marks. See one there, one there, one there as well. Or they could be just fancy types of rocks. So the closer you look, it's just, you'll see bizarre things happening. Now I've enlarged those pictures. The most interesting find there would be that bright piece of a metal or whatever it is. There's one sticking out there as well. And these are just great. I just can't get enough of these peculiar shapes and rocks and all sorts of forms there. Now if anyone wants to find that bright piece of metal, I'll just show you where it is roughly in relation to everything else. So it's pretty hard to find. Okay, so if you get the alignment with this bit here, then it'll be right in that spot there where the arrow is. So I'll just prove that theory. There it is. And that seems like a triangular piece of sharp-edged rock there. I found, I think, the fourth set of ponds. So there seems to be one there under that cover. So, and the other one was, it seems to be that area there, but I don't see any shadows, but it's extremely flat, so it does look like liquid. Or it could be just a mud, but it's too flat in its form to be any other thing except liquid right there. and it's in the lower spot obviously, so right there and right that area there, and the whole thing just seems as though it used to be filled up with plenty of water before. You can see how it drops down there, and so there and there it's very bright. I don't see any reflections at all. Now just to show you where that is, it's just to the right of it. So I think that whole area there is liquid, and then if you just go under there, it's just collected under that big rock ledge there, and it keeps in the shade so it doesn't dehydrate. Just go searching a bit more, but they're beautiful images. That's more of that bizarre rock that has all these patterns to it.